What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all, listen, this is part 2. I am so Real Housewives of Atlanta clocked out. So if the review don't go the way that it's supposed to, ain't as enthusiastic, ain't all into it or whatever, that's why. Cause girl, we over it. Okay, the episode starts off. This part 2, starts off with Porsha and Kandi's situation and how Kandi was talking about Porsha's relationship, the Jamie thing, the party, and all that. What I got from that is Porsha was not drunk at that party. You know, they was just talking about how it started off okay, then their relationship went down a rocky road, and then it bounced back. That's basically what was going on. Porsha claimed that she was not drunk at that party. She was not drinking. Kandi said she had pictures that she had a drink. Porsha said it could have been a mocktail because she was a couple of months pregnant already, a few months pregnant. She said, bitch, no, it wasn't because you got pregnant at the end of June. This Ty's birthday was in August and all this shit. And I'm like, well, damn, how you know she got pregnant when she didn't tell you when she got pregnant, okay? But, clock that tea if you want to. And they do say that you can have a glass of red wine if you are pregnant. So if she had a glass of red wine, that's fine or whatever the fuck. But even though I don't feel like Porsha was out there just drunk as shit. And like she said, I can come up to somebody and speak to them. Don't mean that I'm going, even though I'm pregnant, that don't mean that I'm finna come up there and beat their ass or whatever. That's not what it was. So, quit trying to make it seem like this girl was, 100% in the wrong and not take, offense and call your people out, Kandi, because your people knew what the fuck they was doing. They didn't like the girl and that was it, okay? We already knew. Like Porsha said, she just felt the way about Kandi bringing bitch on the show, Jamie. That's what it is. You knew this girl had an issue with her. You knew that girl had an issue with Porsha. It makes put two and two together. There you go. And they did bring up the question about her. You didn't see it, so what are you talking about? Well, it's a whole bunch of people that said, but then a whole bunch of people said this, but yet two people that was there said they didn't see nothing. Eva and Shamari. Okay, moving on from that, they cool. She said 3 years has been passed since they did that whole shit. They've been mad at each other, or Kandi been mad at Porsha. She forgives her. They're over it. Andy asking if Kandi gonna be the stepmama. I mean the godmama. She was like, Portia's like, yeah, hell yeah, that bitch rich. I would have said the same thing, but it's cool. Like I said once again, to see that they are in a better place. They're joking with each other. They're laughing with each other. It's nice to see. Moving on from that, they brought up the whole thing about somebody asked a question about, how Porsha feel about, what's his name, Dennis and the other girl's tattoo. She said, bitch, I lick them tattoos the same, okay? And at the end of the day, that's exactly what happened, okay? It's a lot of niggas and it's a lot of hoes. I mean, not hoes, but it's a lot of women and a lot of men who got other people named tattoos on them. That does not stop them being in a relationship with somebody else that's not their tattoo name on their body, okay? And they flourish just the same, all right? So let it the fuck go. It is what it is. People got passed and all that stuff. Then they started talking about Nene and her relationship with Greg when she found out that he had cancer, going through all that stuff. And Andy was like, it seems as though y'all back the way that y'all were 8 years ago, on the verge of a divorce and going through all that stuff. And he was like, Greg had to go to y'all was sleeping in separate rooms because Greg had the colostomy bag. I said, what's the point of that? I mean, damn, he got a bag, but you got to sleep in a separate room just because? They moved back in the room after that, and I was like, oh, no wonder why you up here on the stage bitter as shit. So then we get on Nene and how she was, like I said, with Greg and her, issues and all that stuff with him. Basically, Nene needs some dig, okay? And she needs to get it from somebody that she truly care about. She may care about Greg, but she has mentally checked out. And just looking at this, um, looking at this whole correspondence, because they brought Greg out there, they in counseling, they talking to Dr. Jeff. That's who Greg wanted, even though, Nene said she had her history, Dr. Jeff, and she just not here for him or whatever. But at the end of the day, she tried it, so I give her credit for that, give her a point for that. But, basically they was talking about his health and how Greg was, in a sense, a grouch and all this stuff. They're not supposed to use that word. That's what they learned in, therapy. They're not going to use that word, or I should say counseling. But he was that before he got diagnosed with cancer. And they was on the rocks before he got diagnosed with cancer. So, yes, I get that. Nene needs some dick, okay? That's basically what I got out of this whole situation. She frustrated. It is what it is. So, she taking it out on everybody. And she trying to embarrass the man, by putting their business out there. Greg wasn't really here for it. Like, he was heartbroken. He basically got ditched going to Eva's wedding. He said he was on the process of getting ready. And they had been arguing. And she just said, bitch, I'm not taking your ass. We're not going together. She said, no, I'm not going with somebody that's arguing with me. And I was like, well, damn. On the one hand, I get it. On the other hand, well, damn, bitch. But I would have rather stay home and try to work it out with my man or my boo before just ditching him like that. But to each his own. People handle their situations the way they handle their situation. You know, she brought up the fact that he cheated. He didn't really want to see that and understand why she brought that up, because that was years ago. He was over it, and it was like, well, maybe she's not over it, which is understandable. Just because you could maybe over something that you did to somebody else does not mean that that person that you did the offense to is over it in the same time that you are. So it's understandable that she still may be feeling away, and that's probably bringing up, some ill feelings or whatever. Then having to take care of this man, and he's being a grouch to you, and you bringing out all this type of evil or negativity. So therefore you being negative. And no, being with somebody who is sick, it's a double-edged sword, because you see how much you are capable of, and how deep that love is, and how it goes, and some people have already had issues going on, and it just brings them out even further when you get sick, or it brings you together. It can go either way. And with that going on, some people feel like they have to stay in a relationship because a person is sick, and they don't want to be looked at as a bitch or fucked up for leaving the relationship while this person is sick. And to be quite honest, you're not going to be looked at like that. You can leave the relationship. You can say that you're done. And if, y'all don't want to be together, but you can still be there in that person's life or whatever. If that's what you mentally are, you're not capable of doing anything else, I would rather you just leave instead of just putting yourself and that person through this bullshit. That's what I feel like. And trust and believe, I understand that, because, I've been in a similar situation. And, it's hard. But never would I get on the internet or anybody and just blast that person about how they is and how they ain't, when they sick and shit like that. Nah. I keep that shit to my goddamn self. But moving on from that, I can see some of Nene's side. I can see Greg's side. He said he was nervous up there. His stomach was in knots and all that stuff because he was nervous and all that shit. But when they asked that question about, do you see this marriage lasting? Greg wanted to fix the relationship, and Nene kept on giving the answer. I can't say what I want. I can't say what I'm going to do in the future. I don't know this, da. And I'm just like, wow. So basically, it just seems like Nene is, like I said, Nene is mentally checked out of this relationship. Okay? I don't know if she would ever check back in. Even when he gets ready to get 100% better. And I know he's I think he did his last chemo a couple of weeks ago. So congratulations to him on that. He rang the bell, and the gong he had. They were saying, how come he didn't go ahead and get checked for this? And he was supposed to get a colonoscopy. He never went and got it. He got the physical. Nene went and got her colonoscopy, and he never would have got it, because talking about something, I thought it was the 3 fingers in the butthole, doing the thing. We was like, everybody on the stage, and me, like, that's a prostate exam. He was like, I know that now. And even then, you still need to get that done. And Greg is the prime example of a lot of black men who don't go to the doctor and get themselves checked out and let stuff happen, build up inside their system that could have been fixed right off the bat and nipped in the bud before it came into something serious. And had he just went on ahead and went and got that colonoscopy, who's to say he probably would have had, colon cancer, but it probably would have been stage 1, and it would have been easier to get rid of and to, treat and all this stuff, but I think he had stage 3, so he probably would have needed to get a colostomy bag and all this stuff. And, you just have to be more aware and take care of your health, okay? Black men especially, we need you out here, regardless of what people say. We need your ass out here. and you need to take better care of yourself, okay? A lot of these diseases hit black people a little bit harder and a whole lot different than they do other races. So we need to take more care of ourselves and let that be a goddamn example of you, okay? Please, you know, I'm talking to somebody out here. Somebody need to show this to their granddaddy, to their daddy, or whatever, to their uncle or whatever. This could be you. So take your ass to the goddamn doctor. But yeah, he cool, he good, and it is what it is. I don't know with the Nene situation. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. It's still no excuse for the reason the way that she's been acting. You can't take your issues out on other people, but hurt people do hurt people, and if you keep it bottled up, you keep saying don't nobody know what's going on, don't nobody know what's going on and all this shit because you won't say nothing even to your close people. You have to release that. You have to release that, or else it's gonna fester and you gonna spill that shit out. And some people just evil as shit. That's just basically it. So they bring they bring Tanya and Marlo on the show. Marlo literally had to sit there and tell Nene what the fuck to say so that no conflict can happen. Like, just listen to what they got to say and just say, I'm sorry you feel this way and just be quiet and all this stuff. Because Nene, every time Tanya says something, she kind of come back with it, trying to make Tanya look dumb. Tanya, we did feel like she was overreacting a little bit when she started crying about the Paul situation. She did. But you can't tell somebody how to react and how to receive your message or whatever it is that you put out. Just talk about it and let it go, okay? And that's what it was. And then you talking about you gonna have to get you ain't gonna get a peach from you or whatever. You gonna have to put that up your pussy and all that shit. Like, who does that? Okay, like, girl, Andy and Andy, let me talk about you for a second, because I blame you for giving her this opportunity. It's one thing to give a person an opportunity to flourish on the show or, to become the person that they become, but you don't know how to reel in things or whatever, because it feels as though Nene is ahead of you. Aren't you the one who make decisions? So the way that Nene's sitting on this couch talking as if she's the one that makes the decision as to who actually comes on the show. I'm pretty sure she probably suggests some people, but it's not up to her to make the decisions, is it? I thought that was your jobs and the other people that's behind the scene who actually do the show. I thought that was their jobs to say who was gonna be on the goddamn show or not. But basically, she trying to make it seem like if she like them, that's who gonna be on the show, and if she bring them on, that's who gonna be on the show, and that's fucked up. You need to check yourself and you need to check her. But see, you try to be buddy buddy with her, the bitch. You're not supposed to be kikiing with your coworkers like that, especially your subordinates, okay? Because then they get a little bit ahead of themselves and besides themselves, and you get the classic case of fucking Nene, okay? She's sitting there on that couch saying all this shit. She ain't friends with nobody. She'll have all the girls on their couch laughing and on my side and all this shit. No, you won't. They calling you out about being passive aggressive. They call Marlo out about being shady towards Eva, talking about her kids' father, kids having two different fathers. And I was here with Eva when she said, now I'm pretty sure that if we go back and look at your shit, your brothers and your sisters, your siblings probably got different daddies. And then, she was like her mama or somebody your friend got two baby daddies and all this stuff. And they was like, so why bring it up? Well, I'm petty low. You know how I am. And then they cut it off on the good parts. They was like, no, girl, they did you a good service by cutting it off where they cut it off and sliced that shit up the way that they sliced it up, because Eva was getting in their ass. And I truly believe that. Okay. But at the end of the day, Nene is just disgusting. Like, it's making me, I've never felt this way. There's been times where Nene has been on this show and she has displayed some of these qualities, but not as much, and I can deal with it. Maybe because I'm over the show right now and I'm ready for a break from it or whatever, but Nene just seems so insufferable during this reunion, and it's not making it enjoyable at all. And it's just like, it's not a gang up on Nene stuff. They're just tired of not being able to say nothing. They finally put their big girl panties on and said, bitch, what we not gonna do is keep on taking your bullshit. They talk about the fact that Tanya's title went from Nene's friend to Eva's friend, and the same thing with Eva and all this stuff. And like, it's just a mess. It was like you feel like you bring people onto the show and they have to do what you say and be underneath you and all this stuff, and then when they don't do that, all of a sudden you got an issue with them. Yes, that is the truth. Okay, case in point Eva, case in point Tanya, case in point Cynthia. That's what's going on. We all see it. She don't want to see it, but everybody see it, boo boo. So then they get into this whole thing with Marlo and Shamari. Marlo keep on saying that Shamari needs an alcoholic and she needs to go to Betty Ford. Bitch, Shamari said, when you talk to me about being a hoe and shopping, then we can talk, okay? But other than that, don't talk to me about shit else, because you don't know nothing. Bitch, that she did that in that confessional when she said Marlo is a motherfucker, but she's not a mother, okay? Girl, that is some true words, bitch. But let me just tell you this. I guess Marlo really needs to up her game. For a bitch being around Nene and all these girls that know how to read, Marlo really can't read, okay? Because Shamari was getting her ass together, as simple as it was, on that goddamn couch, okay? You know, and she when Marlo said, bitch, what you got on? It looked like you went to class. And then Porsha was like, not class. Class is closed. I said, Porsha and her little comments. You know, Porsha had me rolling throughout this whole reunion. She was the light. Everybody who said something a little shady or whatever that was funny, they made the reunion bearable. But this was a cute little session between Marlo and Shamari. But what I do not appreciate is people always trying to insinuate that somebody has an alcoholic problem just because they go out. Each and every time we see them, they go out and they get drunk. We only see them, and you only seeing them a few times out and about having a good time. When I go out, I'm going out to get fucked up, okay? I'm not gonna get fucked up in my house like that. But bitch, when I go out, I'm going out to get fucked up each and every time. So yes, I'm gonna be drunk as shit. Does that mean that I'm gonna have I'm an alcoholic? No, it does not, because I don't go out that much. And, you know, I know my limits. But when I go out, my intentions to do is to get fucked up. And I'm pretty sure that's how it is with a lot of people when they go out to party, when they go out to a bar, when they go out to let loose. It's to get fucked up and get loose, because they don't do it all the time. We also have to put in mind that Shamari is a brand new mother of twins, and she was not drinking and doing all this stuff when she was pregnant. And then she probably stressed out from being with the kids and all this shit, then fucking around with Ronnie's ass or whatever. So, okay, if she want to go hang out with her girls and get loose, that's what it's for. Ain't nobody saying that the bitch is going home and doing all this shit in front of that. If she was at home getting drunk as shit, doing this in front of the kids, doing this in front of Ronnie got to call around asking where you at, and you know, always got to clean up her puke because she at the house always throwing up and all this shit because she's drunk, then she's a fucking alcoholic. But all we see is her hanging out with her girls and maybe taking it a little too far, to the point that she getting drunk or whatever. But see, bitch, it's always one of those in the crew. It's always one of those in the crew, and I ain't making no excuse. She could be a little more classy with it, but it's fun. It's fun. I wouldn't even feel no type of way, bitch, because I would understand the situation. And you want to know why it's hitting a little different? Because we seen this storyline already on the Real Housewives of Potomac, because they tried to say the same thing about Monique. That bitch ain't no more alcoholic either, okay? And you know, they started talking about the whole thing with bitch. They Marlo brought up the fact that she was like, in her career, it ain't going nowhere or whatever. And she was like, bitch, you've been on this show for 6 seasons, bitch, and don't nobody still know who the fuck you are and what the fuck it is that you do. True. What is it that we still trying to figure out how, you know, you say you don't do prostitution, you say you ain't an escort, you say you don't do all that shit. Bitch, how you get your money, okay? I mean, we not supposed to ask that question, but since you all up in other people's finances and all the other people's juice, you know, apparently, you know, it's always, I got the word on the street. The street says. We learned that shit from Kandi, Mama Joyce, when she was like, well, on the streets, they be saying that. Ain't nobody saying shit. You ain't got no pictures. You ain't got no nothing, because the person who really got the evidence, they will put that out there right then and there and shut everybody up. It's always the street says, streets this, streets that. Nobody said nothing, okay? Marlo, you're just a liar. It is what it is. We still don't know what it is that you do, but you know, Shamari held her own. They was talking about she did go a little bit too far when she was threw up on Eva's shoes, and at that party she was like, yes, I did. And she was like, listen, I was gonna get the shoe fixed and cleaned up, but I figured that it would have cost more to get it you know, cleaned or whatever than it was worth. The shoe was actually worth. Eva was like, cause it was from Morocco. She was like, bitch, the shit from Zara, from Morocco. And she was like, what I did do is get you a $70 gift card from Zara. And she was like, where my gift card? Shamari pulled that gift card from behind that pillow and passed that bitch down. I like to die a little bit. I said, y'all is not gonna do me. That was like one of the funny parts of the episode. I will say that. But, you know, it's a good thing that Shamari didn't take it so seriously, the bullshit that, you know, Marlo was putting out. Shamari, you know what? I feel like she do fit in a little bit with these girls. She can hang with the girls in the shades or whatever. Because at first I was like, I can give or take Shamari, but she can come back for another season. I'll be here for it. Yeah, hurry up because Game of Thrones is about to come on in like 3 minutes and I ain't even all the way finished with this episode. But anyway, so they finished talking about that. Shamari, are you sure your bisexual days are gone? Listen, if you're a bisexual, you're a bisexual. Just because you get with somebody of the opposite sex does not mean that you will never have feelings again for somebody for the same sex, or you won't see somebody and be playing with them or whatever. That's not what bisexual means. That means that you're attracted to both. So she playing with Eva and all them. That was right in the alley, okay? That was right up her alley, and it is what it is. You know, how you feel about Ronnie setting the tone for the relationship when y'all had the threesomes, or y'all can you know, step out and all this shit. We both did that. Okay, fine. You know, it brought up some, you know, memories or whatever, some bad memories when they talked about, you know, the relationship not being what it should have been and all that stuff. Whoop-de-boo. You know, Marlo tried to say something about Shamari dress not being all that, and Shamari tried to come back for her and all that shit. Whatever. Then what else they got on? The whole shit with Porsha being late and the wig party. Baby, somebody asked the question, Marlo, you always talking about how Shamari can't dress, but yeah, you never say nothing about Nene always putting on a Kaftan, a white t-shirt, and some jeans or some pants, regular pants, and that's it. She was like, I'm not finna sound like I'm taking up for Nene or whatever, because bitch, you are. Bitch, you are. If anybody was dressing simple, it probably cost a lot, but bitch, it was a simple looking ass put together that Nene be wearing, okay? It looked nice on her. I ain't even gonna fucking lie. It looked nice on her, but it's simple as shit, just like Shamari shit, simple as shit, you know? So, whatever. You know, just call a bitch out and be real with it, but you can't do that because you don't want to lose Nene friendship. You don't want her to be all up in your ass like she's all up in the other girls' asses. Moving on from that, they started speaking on Porsha being late to the Bowwig party and how she was 4 hours late. You're extremely late. And they was like, what's the difference between you being late when you was at Tokyo? Everybody be late. But she was extremely late. You was extremely late enough for Miss Aya to fucking say, no, bitch, we ain't holding this bus. And you wasn't late not one time. You was late multiple times on that Tokyo trip. So I get it. I get it. But, you know, don't talk shit and when you do the same damn thing. Okay? But, Porsha at first was like she don't care no more or whatever because she ain't friends with her. They ain't cool right now because she felt some type of way after seeing the stuff play back of what really went down. So they was about to get into the closet thing, and Porsha had to say something because Cynthia tries to say that basically you don't let people in. You your worst enemy sometimes. You people try to give you support, but you don't take it or you take it the wrong way. Porsha was like, no, I'm not gonna sit here and just be nonchalant to things just like Nene is. The shit that you say and the shit that you do is hurtful. Sitting here saying that we not friends is new to me, and then under her breath, we're not. What I forgot to put out last week in that reunion, what is with Nene calling people who are pregnant big? She called Porsha a blimp. Bitch, she's a fucking pregnant ass woman. What, she supposed to be small as shit? Like, you was a fat bitch when you was pregnant too, okay? And you're not nobody's size too. So what are you fucking talking about? What is your hang up with calling and disrespecting and weight shaming these people, these women, all right? You up here making yourself look disgusting. It's not them gaining up on you. It's them calling you out on your bullshit and you can't take, okay? And it's disgusting. It's irritating. It's miserable looking. You look bitter as shit. You're fucking narcissist. You're arrogant as hell. You cocky as shit, okay? And you just can't take it when people dish that shit out back to your ass, all right? Porsha read your ass about everything. You up here saying this stuff, saying that stuff, and we sitting here trying to give support. My family praying for you. You just don't know how to fucking take it, and it's hurtful for you to sit up here saying that we're not friends while we thinking that we've done all that we can to be your friend and to be there for you. But no, in your mind, we're not doing enough. We're not friends and all this stuff. Then when they start talking about the closet situation or whatever, and then for them to say that she to give her a peaches, why Marlo? She take up for your ass. She sucks your dirty draws, and yeah, she ain't got no peach. after all these years. Okay, moving on from that, they bring up the whole closet situation and the belt situation, and before they can even get into it, I had a natural breakdown. I had a breakdown. We not finna keep on beating this to the dead. Well, okay, calm down. We know that you did. We know that you did. It was just a mess. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this part 2. Could have kept it. And I'll see y'all later. Game of Thrones is calling my name. Peace.